Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a long overdue video. I will be sharing with you all of my makeup empties from 2023. As I do mostly project panning on this channel, I save my beauty trash for the whole year and I like to share it with you. I keep some data throughout the year as well, which I will talk as we go through this video. I just wanted to show my face and say hello before we do the overhead portion of today's video, going through all my makeup empties. I will say this was one of my most disappointing years in terms of makeup empties, but I do feel that I set myself up really well for 2024. I had a ton of products where there is less than half the product left coming into the new year. So hopefully my luck changes and in 2024 I will have a really fantastic pile of makeup empties to share with you. I've been putting off this video because I just didn't know if I wanted to film it, but I filmed one of these every single year since I started project panning, and sometimes we have slow years. I had a lot of stuff occur in my personal life in 2023 and that definitely affected things. All that rambling to say, don't expect this mountain of makeup empties, but this is what I used up realistically in 2023 out of my makeup collection, and I hope you enjoy this video nonetheless. Alright guys, I'm finally here with my pitiful little bin of makeup empties for 2023. As mentioned in my introduction, I had a really hard year in 2023 and my makeup empties reflects that. I will go over all of the stats after we go category by category, what I have finished, but it all fits in this very tiny bin, and hopefully for 2024 I have this bin overflowing at the very least. So let's go through all of the categories I have. We will start with primer and continue on that way. I finished 2 primers in 2023. First, I finished this sample size of the Smashbox Photo Finish Primerizer. This was a great priming moisturizer product for the winter. I really enjoyed this and it lasted a surprisingly long time. This is the half size. I really like that Smashbox does that. I finished a full size of the Cover FX Blurring Primer. I received this in a BoxyCharm a long time ago. This did blur my pores really well and mattified the skin, so it was great for me in the summer. I am someone that my skin is quite dry and flaky in the winter, and then in the summer it is quite oily, and always enlarged pores is like my main skin concern when it comes to primer, so a blurring primer works really great for that. But I also in the winter don't want my foundation looking crusty, so a moisturizing primer always has its place in my collection. I finished 2 foundation products. The first is another mini Smashbox product. This is the Halo Healthy Glow All-in-One Tinted Moisturizer. Though this was only 7 milliliters of product, it lasted over a month and a half of daily use. It was like 42 or 45 uses in this small little container. I didn't love it on its own, but it was a fantastic mixing product to lighten coverage and add a little bit more glow. So for that reason, I would be interested in repurchasing this in a small size. And then an unexpected favorite, the L'Oreal True Match Lumi has been lingering in my collection, severely underused for years and years. It was my second oldest foundation. I had the shade N12, which was slightly too peachy for me, but it was a good depth. I loved this. It wasn't overly long wearing because it is more of a luminous finish, but it looked fantastic on my skin for like 5-6 hours, which is all I typically need my makeup to last anyways, because I don't work outside of the home and I'm typically doing my makeup after the lunch hour, so this worked great for me, but I am happy that it's finally empty. I only finished one concealer. This is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. This was my second tube I finished. This lasted way longer than I expected, over 100 uses, I believe. I took the stopper out and scraped everything I could out of this container. Concealer takes longer than I think it will every single time I try and pan one, so I'm not too surprised I only finished one this year. Last year, I guess. Something I'm really proud of is 2 powder empties. I had one pressed powder and one loose powder. They are minis, but that's okay with me. This was super old, as I'm sure you can tell by the packaging. This is the Bare Minerals Touch Up Veil. I can't open it now. The packaging is completely broken on here. But I did finish this entire thing. And the Hourglass Mineral Veil Mini. This was really great. This is a great blurring powder. I don't love it under the eyes because it has a slight yellow tint to it, but all over the face I really enjoyed this powder. I finished one setting spray. This is the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Setting Mist. This was great, especially in the winter for me when you need a little bit of a boost of hydration. I finished 5 mascaras in 2023. I finished some really bougie mascaras, which definitely helped my monetary value for this year's empties, which we will go through soon. One I've used in the past that I didn't actually love this time around was the Milk Makeup Kush Mascara. I felt that this dried out and flaked really quickly. Like it was quite a clumpy mess in here, even though it wasn't that old. So maybe that was just because it was a mini mascara. I'm not sure. This Say Mascara 101, is that what this is called? This did hardly anything for my lashes. I did not like the wand, and it did not give me really great length or volume, so this is not one that I enjoyed using. I have the Lise Watier Eye Opening Vegan Mascara. This was sent to me through Influencer. This one I really enjoyed. The wand is quite long, but I enjoyed using this. It did start to smell bad though before, I don't know, it was maybe 3 or 4 months open. And these 2 Lancome mascaras were also sent to me. I really liked the Lash Idole more than the Hypnose Drama. The Hypnose Drama is a very dramatic, volumizing mascara, but it has a very, very strong perfume, florally smell, and after too long, it didn't affect me so much when I first opened it, but after not that long, I would feel the like alcohol-y fragrance in my eyeball when I went to apply this mascara. So that wasn't my favorite. It was also pretty clumpy and volumizing, but if that's what you're after, it's a good mascara. But I really enjoyed the Lash Idole, which surprised me because plastic wands are not typically my most favorite. I typically prefer a more natural bristle wand, but this provided great length and separation as well as volume. It was a really great all-around mascara. And this one does not have that same overpowering floral perfume smell as the other Lancome mascara. I only finished one brow product. This was actually my first makeup empty in 2023. This is the ABH Brow Wiz. I have gone through so many of these in the past. This is probably one of my very favorite brow products. I love ABH brows, but I haven't been purchasing from the brand, so I'm trying to find some new favorites. I finished one eyeshadow primer. This is the Milani eye primer. I really like this. I don't need anything too crazy for an eye primer, but I do in fact need an eye primer or else my eyeshadow will crease. This is just a basic kind of nudie color. It's not too tacky. It sets down really well and eyeshadow blends beautifully on top of it, and it's really affordable. I'm currently using the Alter Ego one, which was sent to me in PR, and they're very similar. I finished 2 lip treatment type products. I finished the Jouer Lip Enhancer. I really loved this. My lips felt so hydrated after using this. It comes in just almost like an old school applicator, if you will. It was just easy to apply, felt really nice. I used this at night. I also used this one at night. This is from Seraphine Botanicals. It's the Apple and Balm Glow Lip Mask. I didn't love this. I don't love the packaging. I had to use my finger with this one. It was slightly tinted pink, but my lips did not feel as hydrated when using this one, so I didn't love it as much as the Jouer, and this is quite a pricey product. I got it in BoxyCharm, but let me see. This retails for $32.50 Canadian, which that's a lot for a lip product, and this one retails for $29 Canadian. So both pretty expensive for lip masks, but I don't mind spending the money on like a nighttime lip mask if they do their job well. And lastly, I finished 2 lip glosses. I know, we moved through this pretty fast. I have the NYX Butter Gloss in Creme Brulee. This is super old and lasted forever. I took the stopper out and stirred it around one time. Now I can't even get it open. And literally nothing comes out on the wand now. I know it has transparent packaging. There is a window here, so technically it's not 100% empty, but I used it a ton and I was happy to call this an empty. One, I do feel like I scraped out everything. I don't like taking the stoppers out of glosses because it's just so messy, so I didn't do that with this one. It started to leak everywhere regardless. But this was from Dominique Cosmetics, one of the lemonade glosses in the shade Peach Tea. I really loved this. It was a joy to use and finish. It's not something I need to repurchase though. So here are the 19 makeup empties I used up in 2023. This is the lowest number of makeup empties I have ever had since I started tracking them, since I started project panning. Before this, my lowest was 21. However, I used up quite a number of high-end products. Like I said, these 3 high-end full-size or like more luxury priced full-size mascaras bumped up my numbers as well, but this is the highest monetary value that I've ever done, even though there's only 19 makeup empties. Now, I have never once hit over $500 worth of makeup, which is a goal that I continue to strive for. I would also like to exceed 24 makeup products in 2024. And while I didn't empty out a ton of products, I did make good progress across my collection with usage or just hitting pan in things. So I am hopeful for a better turnout for 2024. But let's talk numbers. There are 19 products here. This is a total retail value in Canadian dollars, because I'm Canadian, of $485.03. So I was $14.97 short of my $500 goal. And like I said, there's some high end here. So the average cost per item is $25.53, which is crazy because I did do the math for these smaller things. So like this foundation only retails for $8.40, for example. But these 3 mascaras are over $30 each. This Mineral Veil powder, though it's a mini, that's still 33 Canadian dollars. The Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer is 34 Canadian dollars. So I used up some high-end things, and that is never my goal. Like, I don't seek out all of the pricier products to use up. This is just how it so happened. I mean, I worked on this L'Oreal foundation for most of the year, and it only has a value of 25 Canadian dollars. I think these butter glosses are like $6. So I'm not trying to only seek out high-end products to meet that 500 goal. Really, I would rather a higher number of items, even if they're less expensive, than this few and then we have a high average dollar per item. I hope I'm making sense. I am really, really hopeful for a better year in 2024. Do you track your makeup empties like this? Do you like having stats with the monetary value and all of that like I do? I have a whole nerdy spreadsheet that you guys know I love so much. And yeah, this was all of the makeup products I emptied out in 2023. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up so that I know, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!